Here at the University of the Ozarks, there's more than meets the eye, and students say that's what drew them to this campus. Still a very active crime scene here on North 39th Street. There are investigators still going in and out of this home. Fire crews here on South 4712 Road had to call in for backup because of how quickly this grass fire was spreading. At the festival, you can find anything chocolate that you can think of, but the true purpose of this festival is to give back to the library. When investigators arrived to this mobile home, they found one woman dead. Now you can see the extent of this damage. The sheriff says they are considering this home a total loss. Well, take a look at this. The foundation of a brick wall has given away. These are the types of snakes you may find in your yard or on a hike, but snake experts say as long as you don't bother them, they won't bother you. The traffic here behind me seems to be moving at the same rate of speed it has been all day, a steady pace. Drivers are not slowing down because, like I said, the streets are not too wet just yet. While officials say it may not feel that hot outside, in just 60-degree weather, the inside of your car could reach more than 100 degrees. Parking here on Garrison Avenue has been the same since 1985, but soon parking at a meter could cost you 50 cents. We're here at the media staging site just a few miles from where that explosion happened. All day long, crews have been searching the perimeter of the explosion site, but 5 people are still unaccounted for.
We have searched the surrounding area and have not found anybody at this time.
Officials say the fire is contained, but they're now waiting for the area to cool down so crews can go in to check for those who are missing.
It's still pretty hot and it's still a lot of gas coming out of that wellhead. So until they get that contained, everything's going to stay as is.
16 people were able to make it out safely. One person was air flighted to a hospital to be treated for burns. Officials say the flames from the explosion reached more than 50 feet in the air. Glenn Colston lives not too far from the gas well and walked outside, shocked to see the flames.
I went outside to get in my truck, and I looked back over into the west of Quentin, and I seen the smoke and the flames, and I thought a house was on fire.
It's unknown at this point if those missing were from Quentin or other areas, but Colston says it has made everyone in the small town nervous.
This is our town right here, and we have a lot of people here that work in the gas wells, like my son and all that, on pipes.
That son not working at the site today, but with tears in his eyes, Colston says he and other residents are praying for everyone involved.
We try to, blend together and stay together and comfort each other, and through times like this, you got to.
The names of the 5 people still missing have not been released yet. Officials tell us it will be quite some time before that information is given out. In Quentin, covering news where you live, Krystle Sherrell, 5 News. Here on Peaceful Home Road, the Ellisons built this home and a life together for the last 76 years.
I feel just most generally good as I did 10 years ago. If I'm out here mowing the yard or down there mowing something or out there building a fence, whatever I'm doing, I try just to enjoy it.
At nearly 100, Mr. Ellison doesn't take any medications and still gets his hands dirty, with the help of his buggy, of course.
I made this porch swing, and I took 2 of 4s, and I cut this lumber, I planed all this lumber, and I put this together.
Mr. Ellison says the key to living a long life is staying active, and he works out here in his garden every single day.
This is okra I just cut today, but see, it's blooming. I like to keep moving. I think that helps me to stay as active as I am.
Those vegetables are then peeled and handed off to Mrs. Ellison, who is 92 years old.
At the top is green beans, and in the next shelf over here it's tomatoes, just canned tomatoes, and down here tomato juice.
Yeah.
And he may have quite a few activities on his plate, but Mr. Ellison says with his faith, he has no plans of slowing down.
I'm just glad that he's allowed me to live this long, and I'm hoping that I'll be around here a while longer.
In Natural Dam, covering news where you live.
How about that?
Krystle Sherrell, 5 News. Harry West is left with severe wounds to his head and body following this dog attack here on Dallas Street. He tells us skin grafts will have to be used to help those wounds heal. Now, as he describes this attack, he tells us everything went by so fast, but the one thing he was thinking about was saving his dog.
Go easy here, it's stuck.
Family members now have to help Larry West clean his bandages at least once a day.
I got bite marks on my legs, back, my behind, my fingers. I got 4 big gashes in my head that's going to take a plastic surgeon to fix them.
West walked his Chihuahua Gator on the same route every morning for 2 years. But Monday morning, as they approached Dallas and 18th Street, 4 pit bulls attacked them.
These 4 dogs just rushed us. And by the time I picked up my dog, they was already knocking me to the ground. And then 2 of them, they was all started biting me. And then 2 of them dug my dog, pulled him out of his halter, took him across the street.
West was then dragged onto the pavement and grass until several people helped pull the dogs off of him.
I was more worried about my dog, believe it or not. I was trying to save my dog.
The attack happening just down the road from Ramsey Junior High. West says he's found one reason to be thankful.
I'm glad it happened to me instead of a kid. So people just need to be more responsible with their dogs.
Police were able to find the owner of the dogs, and that owner was given multiple citations. But West says it's not enough for what he's been through.
I never thought about dying. It happened so fast you didn't have time to think.
Gator had to be euthanized because of his injuries, and now police want to warn pet owners that they will be held accountable for situations like this.
People have to realize that they are responsible when they own an animal like that for what they do.
West says he wants to thank those men who saved him. He says it may be because of them that he is alive today. Now, as for those 4 dogs that attacked him and his Chihuahua, they were euthanized this afternoon. Live in Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Krystle Sherrell, 5 News. Here in Wheeler, road crews tell me water levels reached above this purple line, causing damage to fences, land, and even making the asphalt here on Gun Club Road slide.
It was pretty incredible.
Crumbled asphalt and parts of what used to be a road are now laying in a pasture.
With all the rain, it came up pretty high, probably 4 feet over the road here, and took the surface of the road and put it over here on the pasture, took out the fences.
The road department also closing the bridge on this road due to the damage caused by high waters in Clear Creek.
We're closing this bridge due to the undermining. Just trying to keep it safe for the residents.
The property owner is now working tirelessly to repair the damage to his land.
We're taking the fence down so that the road guys can get in and start repairing the road and kind of cleaning up the gravel off the road, but we're just getting out of their way.
But Davis says despite the cleanup, he's thankful no one was hurt.
You're just in awe how pretty and nice it was yesterday and how God moved. It's a little different today.
Crews say this road is passable, but the bridge will remain closed until they can repair it. In Wheeler, covering news where you live, Krystle Sherrell, 5 News. Well, what started out as a tweet from Blake Shelton has turned into what you see behind me here. You can actually hear him playing right now even. Now, we didn't get to talk to Blake tonight, but we did get to talk to a musician in his band who's actually from Springdale. Take a look at all the fun happening tonight in downtown Fort Smith. Hundreds of people waited in line for hours to hear Blake Shelton's pop-up concert.
Oh my God, it's awesome. It is the best experience ever. Ever, ever, ever.
We're getting to experience everything, and Blake's putting on a great show. We're excited.
It's a great view, even if outside, and you can still see everything.
Springdale native Janae Fleener is a musician in Blake Shelton's band, and she's excited to play close to home.
Playing with Blake is so amazing. He's actually cut a couple of my songs, and I've played on his records, and I've dreamed of doing this. I started playing violin when I was 3 years old, and country music was always close to my heart.
She's toured with other artists like Rascal Flatts and Martina McBride, but also joined Blake on the show The Voice.
It's a feeling like no other. You know, I thought I just want to be a studio musician when I moved to town, but there's nothing like getting that feedback from the audience and hearing that applause, and in a way that gets you hooked.
Shelton was in Fort Smith Thursday touring Pernod Ricard, where Smith Works vodka is bottled. Shelton is the spokesman for the vodka, and employees at the facility got VIP tickets to the concert and a chance to meet Blake. But for everyone, this concert was a great surprise.
It was a shock. We've been at work all day trying to get out here, and we finally got here, and here we are.
Well, the show is still going on here right now. Blake is talking to the audience. They just got done chanting his name, but you can see the people here behind me. Lots of people that have been standing out here all day long. Also, people across the street on the sidewalk listening and taking this all in. Just a lot of fun for everyone tonight. Live in Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Krystle Sherrell, 5 News.